Hello, it's Pastor Penny, and it's Thursday, I believe the 18th of June. And I would like to say a little bit about the book of Leviticus today. It's the third book of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. Don't run away once you hear the word Leviticus, and I can see you all saying "see ya." It was kind of a joke in seminary. If you want to get a good night's sleep, just read Leviticus as a sleeping aid. It's a book of rules, and some of them in our day and time a lot of them sound really ridiculous now to us, but um, some of them are to priests and some of them are to the rest of the people. It describes the required yearly religious holidays, the rules, and practices that set Hebrews apart from all the other people of the world. And so to the priests, they're told about the burnt offering, the grain offering, the fellowship offering, and the sin offering. And then he says all those things to the people as well. So just an example of the fellowship offering. If someone's offering is a fellowship offering and he offers an animal from his herd, whether male or female, he is to present before the Lord an animal without defect. He is to lay his hand on the head of his offering and slaughter it at the entrance to the tent of meeting, which is the temple, the synagogue, only it's a tent, but it serves that way. And then Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle the blood against the altar on all sides. From the fellowship offering, he is to bring a sacrifice made to the Lord by fire. All the fat that covers the inner parts or is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the covering of the liver, which he will remove with the kidneys. Then Aaron's sons are to burn it on the altar on top of the burnt offering that is on the burning wood, as an offering made by fire, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. So that's an example. And then purification after childbirth gets kind of detailed, but the thing that's interesting here is the woman must wait 33 days to be purified from her bleeding after she has a son. He has to be circumcised on the 8th day. But she must not touch anything sacred or go to the sanctuary until the days of her purification are over. However, if she gives birth to a daughter, for 2 weeks the woman will be unclean as during her period. Then she must wait 66 days to be purified from her bleeding. And then she has to bring, for either a boy or a girl, a year-old lamb and a young pigeon or dove. Anyway, these are very, very specific things, but it takes her twice as long if she has a girl to become clean and purified. So I thought that was sort of fascinating. And then there are regulations about mildew, regulations about infectious skin diseases, unlawful sexual relations. There are all kinds of people and it's of course addressed to men, but that they can't have sexual relations with without being punished. And there are punishments for sin, rules for priests, and then under various laws, there are all kinds of miscellaneous laws. For instance, do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against one of your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. Do not mate different kinds of animals. Do not plant your field with 2 kinds of seed. Do not wear clothing woven of 2 kinds of material. Do not eat any meat with the blood still in it. Do not practice divination, or sorcery. Do not cut the hair at the sides of your head or clip off the edges of your beard. Remember that. Do not cut your bodies for the dead to put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. Do not degrade your daughter by making her a prostitute, or the land will turn to prostitution and be filled with wickedness. And it goes on, but so it's just kind of fascinating, all these rules that these people had to live by to worship and to not be illegal, to be legal, all that they do. Oil and bread set before the Lord. So they have a lasting ordinance. The lamps on the pure gold lampstand before the Lord must be tended continually. Take fine flour and bake 12 loaves of bread, using 2/10 of an ephah for each loaf. Set them in 2 rows, 6 in each row, on the table of pure gold before the Lord. Along each row, put some pure incense as a memorial portion to represent the bread and to be an offering made to the Lord by fire. This bread is to be set out before the Lord regularly, Sabbath after Sabbath, on behalf of the Israelites as a lasting covenant. And it tells about the Sabbath year, the year of the Jubilee. Everything has lots and lots of rules and regulations. And that would be a tough way to live, to remember and to reread all those. But they're supposed to be from the Lord, and don't we appreciate all that we do and the way we live? So blessings.